Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. If you're new here, today I'm getting right into it. I'm sharing 10 toddler mom life hacks. We are deep into the toddler realm over here, and let me tell you, so much has changed. I feel like this is the time where you just gotta be quick on your feet and you just gotta like go with the flow. And every day is a new day. Every week is a new week. There are new things happening. You know, toddlers are a little bit more wild, a little bit more, I know what I want, let me do my thing. And you know, you still gotta do diaper changes, you still gotta feed them, and they fight you on everything. So I'm gonna be sharing my 10 hacks to help you out. I have so many more. I have some food related ones. If you want me to share those as well, let me know down below in the comments. But we're gonna get into it. I think I have a good variety for all different categories. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below, join the HealthNut family, and let's hop right in. All right, before we hop into the toddler hacks, mom hack, make sure you have yourself a snack. I have my Built Bars here. They are sponsoring today's video. You guys know I love them, and I thought I was all out of my favorite ones, but I have a salted caramel left, so I'm gonna have that one now. Chloe is having one of the churro one. You gotta feed the camera person too. So this is one of the best tasting protein bars. If you have not tried Built Bar, they make delicious dessert-like, super chewy, not chalky at all protein bars. And this one's the salted caramel, it's so good. The mint brownie is probably my official favorite, although I kind of bounce around a little bit depending on how I'm feeling. This one has 17 grams of protein, super chewy. I like to store mine in the fridge. It just makes them taste so much better, and they have a really interesting chewy texture. I like to have mine as a little midday snack, or I'll take it on the go with me. I never leave the house without snacks, so I'm gonna have one before we get filming. The outside has a really delicious 100% real chocolate coating, and let me show you the inside. You see that chewy caramel center? That's the good stuff. I like to get the variety pack so you can try all the different flavors and see which ones are your favorite. That's how I found out my favorites, and I always go for those first. You can use my coupon code HealthNut10 for 10% off your box. I'll have a link down below for you guys to shop their website. Like I said, they have so many different flavors, but I highly recommend mint brownie, salted caramel, and cookies and cream. Those are my 3 favorites, and I know you'll love them. So I'm gonna finish snacking on this, check my teeth for chocolate, and then we will go right into the hacks. Tip number 1 is to use one of those like laundry mesh bags for washing your little ones, like tiny things like socks, bibs, anything small that you know is gonna get lost in the whatever steals your socks and stuff in the laundry machine. This will prevent it. I also actually use this for my bras or anything that has like strings and stuff that you don't want it to get kind of caught up in the machine. Even swimsuits are good. So any little things that you wanna help keep protected, lacy bits, throw them in the mesh bag, and then everything just stays all together in the wash. Okay, this next one is one that I just thought of the other day because it's something I do all the time, and it's kind of something that is maybe very obvious. Maybe a lot of you guys do it. Maybe you're like, oh, it's so obvious that you just haven't thought about it. And it is to use like the jumbo Lego, I think they're called Mega Blocks, for bath time. So Sage is like a huge Lego fan. I feel like most kids are, but bringing those toys to the bath is great because you don't have to buy extra toys for the bath. They're also already a toy that's gonna easily dry after bath time. You don't want anything that water can get trapped in and then it can just create mold. So anything that like squeezes out water and stuff that you can't fully air dry inside, you wanna avoid. So I'm very mindful of bath toys that I bring into the bath with Sage to make sure that they can be fully air dried. And also the other great part is I love that the Mega Block ones are also like good like scoopers for water. If I'm washing her hair or something, or I just need something to rinse her off with, it's like a toy she can build in the bath, but also I can help wash her with the Lego. So it's like, it's a 2-in-1. Everyone's happy with the Lego, and yeah, and it's like one less thing you have to buy. This one I've heard other people mention, and I finally gave in and bought one the other day at the store, and it is a electric toothbrush. The ones that are like the kitty ones, I think I got Sage a frozen one, and it's not actually for brushing her teeth. She has like a mini toddler-sized toothbrush for her teeth. It's for distracting her when we're doing diaper changes, clothing changes. She is at the stage now. I feel like she's been in the stage for a very long time where we lay her down to change her, and that's the time when she wants to show me her gymnastic tricks and not lay down. Like, it is a struggle to get that diaper on her, especially if it's a poopy diaper. It's just, sometimes I'm calling for backup. So I gave in, I got the electric toothbrush, and I specifically only use it for diaper changes because I know if I just let her play around with it, not only will she probably like stick it in gross spots and then like try to brush her teeth with it, but she will just probably get bored of it. So it's like the designated changing toothbrush. So I give it to her, I turn it on, she thinks it's so funny. She tries to brush her teeth, tries to brush my teeth. She like, I don't know, she just loves it. And then I try to distract her, I turn it off and I hide it. And then that's like just the thing she gets when I change her. So I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's working really, really well right now. And I just thought I would mention it in today's video. It does work. So as you guys know, me and my family are currently traveling right now. We are staying in Florida for the winter. And one of the travel tips that I shared, like I think last year, that has really been helping is using one of those, they're like one of those like drawer organizers. I think they're for socks and like ties and stuff like that, but I actually use it for her baby clothes. Well, now her toddler clothes, and they still fit. I didn't know if I was still gonna be using it at this point, but it's perfect. You roll everything up, you can see it all. Otherwise, toddler clothes are so small and like you're missing like the other matching bottoms to a top, and everything gets like really messy and lost quick. So when we do laundry, we fold everything, roll it up, and then we stick it in the little organizer. I don't even know what it's called, but I'll put a photo. And it is such a great life hack. Like it just makes us moving from place to place so much more organized. But even at home, like I'm still gonna be using this in her drawers. I love drawer organizers in general, but this one with like the little pockets has come in really handy. So definitely try it. Even for yourself, if you have little things like bathing suits or whatever that gets lost in one big drawer, an organizer like this is really helpful. And we just got ours off Amazon, really cheap, and it's still holding up really well. So if you have a toddler at home, you know they like to be involved with everything. So my tip is let them help, whether you are doing laundry, cooking, maybe you're trying to make the bed, maybe you are trying to clean up the house. Get them involved. And yes, it makes things take longer, a little slower, but that way you can actually do it with them. You're teaching them, you're helping to build those life skills, and toddlers love to mimic their parents. The other day I was doing laundry and I was folding up some clothes. Mind you, Sage was like pulling everything out. But if you give them a little pile that they can kind of play around with and mimic you, they'll probably have a lot of fun with it. Sage loves copying me, or putting clothes into the dryer from the wash. If I'm cooking in the kitchen, I'll give her a little bowl and a spatula to kind of play around with, or if she's in her high chair, she can kind of do that while watching me. She loves that. If you're cleaning, you can give them, like there's little toddler sets for like brooms and mops and stuff. If you're making the bed, you could give them a pillowcase and let them play around with that for a little bit. And like, yes, like I said, it slows down the task, but it also gets them involved. They're probably gonna really, really enjoy it, and they get to just learn something new. And maybe it will inspire them to want to do chores as they get older. Like, that's the goal. This next one is actually one that Matt does a lot, and it is once Sage is done eating in her high chair, I'm looking over there because that's where it is, he will clean her all up and then actually give her some toys to play with instead of just taking her out and putting her in her like play area. He keeps her in there, gives her toys, and she's usually good to entertain herself for another like 20 to 30 minutes. I'm shocked at how long she'll stay in there. And she loves like playing up. I think it's just because she's at a different height level, so she just likes to hang out there longer, and she gets to play with her toys. She gets to be at more like our level, and I don't know, it's like she's people watching, but she feels like an adult. She's playing, she's having the time of her life. We usually have her water there if she wants a sip or anything, and she will hang out there for a bit. And Matt is able to make himself breakfast, clean up the kitchen, empty the dishwasher, and usually I am either getting some extra sleep in or taking a shower. So it allows like both of us to get something done because they are in one place. As soon as you put them down on the ground, it's like, where's the child? Like they move so fast. So being able to strap them in and keep them in there a little bit longer really helps out. Okay, I think I've mentioned this in an old video, and this is one tip that Mama HealthNut, like my Mama HealthNut told me, and it is to use dish soap, do a little pre-wash with dish soap for stained clothes. So I use this a lot when Sage had like newborn explosion diapers. What do they call it? Not explosion, they call it a blowout. I'm already forgetting the terminology, but I use that a lot for like poopy diapers and stuff. But now that Sage, you know, eats everything, all the colors of the rainbow, and her favorite fruits are either warmed up blueberries, so like nice saucy blueberries, or strawberries, which are both staining fruits. So if she has any stains on her clothes, right away I'll give them a little pre-wash with some dish soap. It gets it out without using harsh chemicals, and then I just throw it in the wash and it usually gets everything out. If you wait too long to do it and you let the stains sink in, they don't always get out, but if you do it right away, it works like every time. So if you want to prevent stains and not have to always buy your little ones clothes all the time to replace the ones that they stained, use this hack. Let me know how it works. Change your toddler in a separate room from where they usually have their naps in. Lately, I've been noticing that if I bring Sage into her room, especially if it's already dark in there and we go in there and we turn on the light, she's already in a bad mood. She's like thinking it's bedtime. She officially knows what the word bedtime means, and even just like patterns, like going to the room, she thinks like, I'm not tired yet, and like she kind of starts to freak out. And then once I started to do her changing in the living room, I'll just like bring the mat out, do a little change station in the living room. She's so much more chill. So I've been noticing those patterns. If you feel like your little ones are doing the same thing, freaking out in the bedroom, you know, just change it up. Change them in the living room. Most of the time you're in the living room more anyway. So just like have some diapers, some wipes, and a changing pad in there, and you can change them on the go anywhere throughout the house. So you guys know I like to cook, and so I'm in the kitchen a lot, and that means Sage is in the kitchen with me too, because they just follow you everywhere you go. It's like having an extra shadow everywhere in the house. So if I'm in the kitchen and Sage is in the kitchen, I like to be able to have some cupboards in the kitchen that are child safe. So things that she can actually pull out, play around with. So Tupperwares are great. Anything that, you know, is not gonna break or isn't gonna hurt them. Being able just to have like maybe 1 or 2 cupboards that they can actually have access to, they have so much fun. Like Sage pulls everything out, she stacks everything up. Sometimes she'll put her Teddy in, close the door, open the door, take Teddy out. And it just like, it gives her some entertainment for at least like 20-30 minutes while I'm trying to get something cooked or cleaned up in the kitchen. And especially in the mornings, it can be helpful. You can even bring some toys into it. Sometimes we'll put some Lego in a drawer or in a cupboard, and then she'll be able to like pull them out and close the door. And she finds it so much fun. And so it's just a nice little thing to have. And then obviously have the other ones locked up to keep them safe. But yeah, I feel like if everything is closed, it's like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna like find something else to get into. So if they know that drawer is okay for them to go into, they can just have lots of fun in it while you can get some stuff done. Don't say no or don't do that. I find negative words like that, your kids pick up so quick. And it's not that like we never say no. I just find I try to change it up with other words. Like, okay, let's go over here and redirect her, because not only do I feel like it's just negative to always be saying the word no all the time and just like instill it into their brains. I believe the word no is one of the most used words in the English language, which is kind of crazy to think about. But instead of using the word no or saying don't do that, leave that alone, don't touch it, because as soon as I say it, Sage knows exactly that I don't want her to do what she's doing. So she'll do it anyway, do it faster, do it quieter so I don't see it. She keeps trying to turn off the router, which is obviously for her internet, and just like she knows what she's not supposed to touch. So instead of just saying no, don't do that, try to redirect them. So for instance, I've mentioned this before, but when Sage picks up something small off the floor that I think she's gonna put in her mouth, I've taught her to be like, ooh, yuck, give to mommy. If she is doing something that she shouldn't be doing or getting into something that I don't want her to get into, I will redirect her. Instead of just saying like, no, Sage, don't do that, I will get down on her level and just redirect her like, hey, let's come play with this. So she almost doesn't even associate with like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that, especially when she's at an age that like, she just wants to do the opposite of what I tell her to. If she's getting attention by being into something that she's not supposed to be doing, as soon as I turn around, she is back into that whatever she's getting into. So I feel like the word no doesn't even work that well. I feel like it's just automatic and a force of habit for us to say it. So just getting a little creative, changing up the words that you use so they're a little bit more positive and maybe informative. Like, okay, that's dangerous. Let's leave that because it's hot. Let's come over with mommy and this cupboard you can play with because there's lots of non-breakable things in. Like, I mean, I'm still navigating it, so I don't want to sound like an expert, but there's definitely so many great resources and stuff to help deal with that like the discipline or the saying no to toddlers, because it's a very interesting psychological kind of realm, and I'm still learning, but that's just something that I have found to help. There you go, my 10 mom toddler life hacks. Let me know if you have any of your own, leave them down below. Also, again, a huge thanks to Built Bar for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use my code HealthNut10 to get 10% off. Link down below. Get the mint brownie, salted caramel, cookies and cream. Thank me later. And if you guys enjoyed these hack videos, let me know in the comments down below which one you would like me to do next. I have some ideas for teething hacks and for just like toddler food hacks. If you guys want me to do that, maybe I'll do a poll here. You guys can pick which one you want to see. And I have other hack videos. I'll leave a link down below for my playlist. Also, I'm gonna have a blog post that goes with this video, just sharing all of the links to products that I mentioned. So make sure to check out that as well. And that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's always fun to share some tips and tricks, and I'm always learning, and a lot of times I learn a lot of tricks from you guys and the online world. So we're just here to share our knowledge. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.